Good morning, Year 6.
Good morning, Year 6. Still wearing this stupid shirt.
I feel like it's starting to give me a rash or something. It just feels like it wants to get off me. It's just not right. I thought, you know what? I thought this meme was very appropriate because I've seen netball and I can guarantee you it is definitely a contact sport.
So appropriate.
Yeah.
That grand final the other weekend was very
proof of that, wasn't it?
Non-contact.
Yeah. There's more. I reckon there's bigger hits sometimes in netball than there is in the NRL.
They come close.
Yeah. All right. So going through today, guys, literacy contract. Just remember 2 tasks each day. Thank you very much. Also remember to do those STAR tasks first, and also do your red pen reflections to reflect upon what you are learning to do as you're doing those tasks as well. I know a lot of people hand in their literacy contract, which is fantastic for you guys to keep doing that as well. So remember, STAR tasks first and doing your red pen reflections. That would be perfect for literacy contract. Shared reading. So for today, shared reading, we're going to be using and looking at this text FIRE for today and also for tomorrow, because as Mrs. Moore and I are going through it, it is a really rich text. There is so many techniques that the author has used to try and engage the audience. They've done it in such a wonderful way as well. So on the following slide, after you've watched FIRE for today, all we want for you guys to do is have a look at finding some examples of the techniques that the author has used. These are just some. There's going to be even more that they've used tomorrow, which is just phenomenal, incredible how many techniques they packed into this text and in such little words as well. They've done it really well. So see if you can find examples of rhyming, some similes, personification, and rhetorical questions that they've used in FIRE for today. And that's all you're going to have to do for shared reading.
I was going to say, so just remember that you don't have to evaluate this text yet because we're still working on it tomorrow. So you're just finding the 4 examples of this technique. Now, when we say examples, you don't have to just find one. You can find more than one. If you can find it, write it down. That's you pushing yourself to that next level. That's that effort level that Mr. Martin and I are looking at when we're giving you our dojo points and when we will be reporting on you at the end of the year as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That takes us into our writing. So our writing, again, it's just the same as what you have been doing this week. So you will be using those, just choose a different image. And you can write about that. You might want to do a copy of the image and put it in the next slide so you've got it there so you can keep referring back to it if you like. If not, just let us know what slide number you're working from so that Mr. Martin and I know what your thought process was as you were writing your text. And again, remember to underline your literary device that you were using in that text.
Yep, and just remember, guys, 1 to 3 paragraphs. That's all we want to see.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't want to use these images, like I said before, you can find your own as well.
Do you know, I haven't actually mentioned, Mr. Martin, I think it's important. We haven't actually told you what type of text you have to write. We haven't told you it has to be informative, persuasive, or imaginative. That's up to you as well. Like, they're called quick writes for a reason. You make that decision what you're going to use.
Yeah, definitely. So that's then going to take us into maths for today. So like we've always been saying, just remember, log into Matific, log into Study Ladder and do 1 warm-up activity as your task. What we're going to get you guys to do today is a little bit of analyzing some data. So here, this is a data set that Mrs. Moore and I have created comparing Tom Trbojevic and Nathan Cleary. And we're going to get you guys to do some analyzing. So you're going to be looking at the data set you can see here, either from the 2-way table or from the double column graph. And you guys need to make a judgment based off the data that you can see. So the question is, based on the data that you can see here, who do you believe is the better player and why? So it's kind of like when we go through and do some writing almost. You guys need to do some analyzing, then give us some data and some information from these 2 tables or tables and graph and tell us which player do you believe is better and why. What you also need to do then is on the next slide, it's just interpreting a graph. Now, you won't be able to write, directly into this part here for these 4 questions. So what you'll need to do is that we've put over here on the side, reading the graph and giving us the answer. So for A over here, what was Linda's height at birth and answering it over there. Same for the other questions there. Read the questions there and then put your answer here. And that takes us into religion.
It takes us into religion. So we've been doing a bit of work around Jesus's life, and we did Joseph, and now we're going to do Mary. So Mary has a special feast day on the 8th of September, and we actually celebrate her birthday. Not many of the saints, we celebrate their birthdays, but for Mary we do. So we want you to use the website just below there, that one just there, and we want you, so when you read it, you're only reading the first section of it. So it's Mary in the Bible. Don't go down to Mary in Islam. You're just going to stop at Mary in the Bible, and we want you to write down 10 facts that you've learned about Mary. So, and that's just going to come, and again, you can copy and paste it across from the website if you like. You don't have to type it all out. Copy and paste it over. They're just facts. Now, if you would like to have some help with that, Mrs. Millgate has actually gone through that text, and she has found some 10 important parts. So if you watch that YouTube clip, Mrs. Millgate will help you do that. All right, so if you have any questions, make sure you ask us. Make sure you come to our Zooms if you need any help, and we will see you around.
Yep, see you tomorrow, guys.
All right, bye, Yussi.
Bye.